I have a quorum. Bring the session to order. The time is 3:35 p.m. August 24th, 2022. Sorry, I'm here having trouble putting up the agenda here.
It would be appropriate to have everyone mute their microphones and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I'll go ahead and recite it. 1, 2, 3. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. I seem to forget the words.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And I'll go ahead and call the roll. Chair Morphin.
Here.
Commissioner Bustamante. Commissioner Bustamante, if you could unmute yourself and indicate.
She shows us unmuted, but we don't hear her.
We see her waving. Okay, we'll note that Commissioner Bustamante is here. Commissioner Dare.
Present.
Commissioner Edry.
Present.
Commissioner Perez.
Present.
Commissioner Stossel.
Present.
Commissioner Brown, I think, was joining. There she is. So you have a quorum and everyone is present. And then it would be appropriate for a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion.
Can you please state your name? Because I can't see everybody.
Martin Perez.
Commissioner Perez moved, and who seconded it?
Dan Stossel, second.
Commissioner Stossel seconded the motion to approve the agenda. I'll call the roll, or I'll call for the vote. Sorry. Chair Morphin.
Here.
Commissioner Brown.
Here.
Commissioner Bustamante. This would be to approve or vote yes or no on. Thank you on the motion. Commissioner Bustamante.
We see a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Excellent. Commissioner Dare.
Yes.
Commissioner Edry.
Yes.
Commissioner Perez.
Yes.
Commissioner Stossel.
Aye.
Motion carries. Chair Morphin, next on the agenda is public comment.
Okay, do we have any changes to the agenda?
There were none, and we approved the agenda with that motion. So we're on to public comment. If Dominic could let us know if anyone is raising their hand, and those attending, if you could use the raise your hand button if you'd like to speak on items not on the agenda.
And at this time, there are no raised hands. I have one raised hand from Clara, though. Clara, you seem to have a microphone issue. You may need to adjust the settings because you are showing as unmuted.
Did she log in as an attendee or a panelist?
She is a panelist. We see her
Okay.
camera view here. It's just, I see her trying to speak, but the microphone selection may not be correct.
Dominic, can you send her the phone number to call if she needs to, or Sandra, if she needs to call in?
Let me get her email.
Oh.
Claire, is
I
that you?
changed the settings. Can you hear me
There you
now?
go.
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you now.
Wonderful. Thank you. Sorry for interrupting.
And
Okay.
in regards to public comment, we have no raised hands.
So
raised
no
hands?
public comments.
Okay. We will now go to presentations.
Item number 1 is selection of chair and vice chair. It is the time for the commission to select a chair and vice chair. Commissioner Morphin was appointed at the end of the year and is eligible to continue to serve as chair. The municipal code requires that the appointees be from different appointing categories. So we have business representatives, environmental representatives, and labor representatives. So at this time, it would be appropriate for a motion to nominate someone as chair.
Will nominate myself to continue as chair of the committee.
I will second that. This is Stan Stossel. I'll second.
We have a motion by Chair Morphin and seconded by Commissioner, how did you say that? Stossel? Have I been saying it wrong all this time? So
That's
sorry.
I call a lot worse in my time, so.
I will do my best to say it correctly from now on. Chair Morphin to continue to serve as chair. I will call for the question. Yes or no would be appropriate. Chair Morphin,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustamante,
Yes.
Commissioner Dare,
Yes.
Commissioner Edry,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Stossel.
Yes,
Motion carries. And now it would be appropriate for a motion to select a vice chair.
I move that we elect a vice chair.
Who would you like that to be?
Is there a current vice chair?
I can be vice chair. That's fine.
And who, I'm sorry, who is this?
Ron Dare.
And you made the motion?
I did. Am I allowed to do that?
You are.
Well, there you go.
Do we have a second?
I second the motion, Commissioner Brown.
Thank you. So we have a motion by Commissioner Dare, seconded by Commissioner Brown for Commissioner Dare to serve as vice chair. I will call for the question. Chair Morphin,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustamante,
Yes.
Commissioner Dare,
Yes.
Commissioner Edry,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Stossel.
aye.
Motion carries. Congratulations, Commissioner Morphin, if you'd like to continue with the consent calendar.
We will now go to the consent calendar. All matters listed on the consent calendar are to be approved with one motion. Items may be removed from the consent calendar by any commissioner. Those items removed will be considered immediately after the consent calendar. Do any commissioners wish to pull the item from the consent calendar? I see no hands. Are there any public comments for the consent calendar?
Please remember to use the raise hand feature if you'd like to make a public comment. At this time, there are no raised hands.
May I have a motion for the consent calendar?
Commissioner Brown makes a motion for the consent calendar to be approved as is.
I will second.
Was that
This-
Commissioner Stossel?
Yes,
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Brown, seconded by Commissioner Stossel to approve the consent calendar. I will call the roll. Chair Morphin,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustamante,
Commissioner, you're muted.
Yes.
Vice Chair Dare,
Yes.
Commissioner Edry,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes.
Commissioner Stossel.
aye.
Motion carries.
We will now go to new business.
Item number 3 is Environmental Sustainability Action Plan, and Health and Environmental Control Director Agent will present the item.
Afternoon, Commissioners. Can you guys hear me? Well,
Yep.
Thank you again for making the time for our meeting. The item before you this afternoon is we're coming back to you to direct staff to proceed with the process to update our city's environmental sustainability action plan. And then if the commissioner give us a go ahead to proceed, we'll also would like to request that you appoint 2 members of the commission to serve as a temporary ad hoc committee to work with the exchange committee with staff when we update the plan. So on background on this sustainability plan, the city recognized that a healthy and prosperous community strategically balances the economic, environmental, and social sectors of community planning. So in 2011, the city developed an environmental sustainability action plan. as a detailed long-range strategy to achieve sustainability in the sectors of greenhouse gas emission, energy transportation, land use, solid waste, water, biological resources, air quality, public health, and economic development. On September 16, 2020, the Green Vernon Commission discussed the need to update the plan to include Senate Bill SB 1383 and matrix to track progress and evaluate accomplishment. As some of the commissioners on here will remember, the 2011 sustainability plan, I think we're lacking a little bit of matrix to see how well we've done or what we've done, what we have achieved. So part of the request was to make sure that on the update is included. So the commission requests that staff determine the cost of updating the plan. Well, I think this is kind of a broken record, but due to the COVID, the pandemic, in order to kind of, with city resources, being redirected for especially our department doing COVID work, we were not able to come back to the community on time with the cost. However, when we did analysis how much we think it was going to cost to update it, we realized it would be over $50,000. So on May 10, 2020, according to City of Vernon Municipal Code Section 3.32.080, the city published a request for proposal for environmental sustainability action plan. And when that was published, the city did receive 2 proposals that came back from 2 qualified firms. So, but we reviewed those 2 proposals, and based on that result, the RFP realized it was going to cost to update the plan about $100,000. So staff is coming back to the commission requesting direction to proceed with updating the plan and for the commission to appoint the 2 members we are requesting to serve as an ad hoc for the commission to work with staff as part of our steering committee to provide support, guidance, and oversight of the plan update as we move forward. The funds for the plan to be updated was actually budgeted through our public utility department in the fiscal year 2021 electric our fund for that project. However, since our timing was off, we're gonna do a media adjustment to make that funds available to update this plan. So I will stop here and see if commission have questions or have any technical question for me.
Good afternoon. I have a question for you. Would you, because this is my first time on this commission, would you highlight the key points of this plan?
Yes. So the highlight, this is kind of a roadmap for the city. As I think right now everybody may agree, there's a lot going on, and the city goal is, trying to be sustainable. So part of the key highlight is climate change. We all know how it's impacting everything we do in this day and age. So we're looking at climate change and community resilience. How can we have something set up to make sure that, when we have a heat event, we are helping not only our residents, but our businesses also with the energy costs and things like that. We're looking at materials and waste. So I think I mentioned SB 1383. It's a state mandate to reduce all organics going to landfill. So one of them that we have businesses in Vernon not only generate organic waste, but I think we'll actually do that. But part of the SB 1383 goal is to reduce that organic waste going to landfill. So want to make sure include in a plan so we can work with businesses to be not only in compliance, but actually do better, diverting the organic waste going to landfill. Building energy capacity, our electric use, we're looking into that. Part of our sustainability plan also is actually not things going to landfill. We're looking at food. If they have food waste in some of our manufacturers, how do we connect them so that the food can be donated and it doesn't end up in landfill or in the trash bin? So those are things we're looking at. We're looking at our water management. So storm water, when we do get rain, instead of just run off, what are some of the ways we can capture some of the storm water? We're looking at transportation with the rail lines, working with public works and our utility, working with companies that are working in Vernon on green energy. We're looking at charging stations. So this plan is really forward thinking to ensure that we have some of this, not only we have it in place, but we actually can follow up with you guys and work with you guys to make sure that we are implementing it. So some of that, those are kind of the general highlights of the plan.
Question for you, Freddie.
Freddie, this is Commissioner Brown. May I suggest that, the older Green Commission members had the ability to review the 2011 Sustainability Action Report and learn about SB 1383 and how, so we understand the need for the city to update the plan. May I suggest that for the new members of the commission, after this meeting, you send the links or send the information to the new committee members so they can review it?
That's a great idea. We can do that, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Actually, this is Stan Stossel. Why not, if you can, send it to everybody. I don't mind having a prime on this stuff again. So we see every 3 months and then some, so we don't have meetings. And so it would be a good thing for me also.
Great. We'll do that. And I was also going to add, it's on our website, but I think it's a little hard to find. So I think it would be easier to just send it to everybody. So we'll make sure that happens. And it's a very nice reading, by the way. It was a good plan.
Thank you.
Will do.
Question for you, Freddie. This new environmental sustainability action plan, is it going to cover, is it going to point out what we need to do in the future to remain sustainable, or is it going to look at what we've done already as a city to meet sustainability goals?
So this is forward looking, right? So it's going to look what we've done, but we're building on what we've done moving forward. So for example, if we recall on when this came up, 1383 was not included in the original one because it wasn't even a state law. So it's looking forward, but at the same token, it's looking back what we've done and what, built on best practices that were done, and then area of opportunity also to improve on. And really, that's what we're looking at, establishing that steering committee with the ad hoc from this commission to make sure that, we have community engagement, we have business engagement, that all stakeholders are participating in this plan. And that's really the goal, is to bring all stakeholders in and make sure that we address all the the challenges that we are facing right now. And I think one thing I want to add, I think we talk about this. I can't believe it's been 2 years already, but we are forward looking. The city is very invested that to make sure that our businesses, one example, right now we may have some areas that may have their water cut off or reduced. The city want to make sure that all those things are put in place so it doesn't impact businesses. So this is very forward thinking sustainability plan, and we think by engaging all stakeholders, hopefully we'll have something better than what we have when we were originally put together in 2011.
So your plan is to adopt the recommendations that come out of this report?
Exactly, and it will include it as part of the city general plan.
Great, thank you for that.
We have a raised hand from Commissioner Bustamante. You should unmute yourself. There you go.
Sorry for the muting. Can you share again your website?
Yes.
I'll send the report. The commission considered this a while back. There was an agenda report with the old plan attached. I'll send that to all of the commissioners.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I believe, Freddie, you're looking for direction from the commission to proceed with updating the plan and also to appoint 2 members to serve on a temporary ad hoc committee to work with staff to provide support, guidance, and oversight of the plan.
That's correct.
This is Commissioner Brown. I'll nominate myself to work as one of the committee members to work with Freddie and staff on this, if that's allowed.
Absolutely. Is there someone else that would like to serve on the ad hoc committee?
This is
Commissioner
Ron
Morfin?
Dare. I'll do it.
Commissioner Dare or Vice Chair Dare?
Yes, yes.
So it would be appropriate for a motion to direct staff to proceed to process the update and to appoint Commissioner Brown and Vice Chair Dare to serve on the ad hoc committee, temporary ad hoc committee.
Motion,
Was that Perez?
yes.
Stan Stossel, second.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Perez, seconded by Commissioner Stossel to direct staff to proceed with updating the plan and appoint Commissioner Brown and Vice Chair Dare to serve as the ad hoc committee members. I will call the roll. Chair Morfin,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes.
Commissioner Bustamante,
Yes.
Commissioner Dare,
Yes,
Commissioner Edry,
Yes.
Commissioner Perez,
Yes,
Commissioner Stossel.
Aye.
Motion carries. We can now go on to oral reports. Does staff have any oral reports or the commissioners?
I have one. Just quickly, I think our last meeting we mentioned we had our e-waste event that we had, and I just want to report it went really well. As I mentioned, I think it was in May, we really would like you guys to, when we have those events coming up, if you really can also let your contacts know. This is all for Vernon businesses. It's really, we have folks bring televisions that are sitting in the office, wires, cables, you name it, batteries. So if you have anything like that that has been accumulating and you want to get rid of them, we try to do once a year. If there's need, we can always do twice a year. But it's really a good service. So you don't have to kind of, keep those things and kind of take space that it may be really critical for you. So I just want to throw it out there. The turnout was great. And by the way, it's also free. except, I think the only thing they charge is the battery per pound. And usually it's very minimum. I think like $3 or $4 or $10.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
And I've asked this of other commissions as well. How do you promote this to businesses? I don't remember reading anything about this or by mail or email.
So we actually do send out email. We do an email blast.
Okay.
Contacts that we have. If I believe, I think the city also we post on our city website. And if we do have a commission man, like I bring it up to the commissioners, but we do send it. And if I'm not mistaken, I'll double check. I think we try to also add it to a utility bill. So it goes out. But if there's any other way or you have any other form that, and then we also send it to the chamber. So the chamber can post it. But if there's any other avenue, we want to hear from you so we can send it to where it needs to go.
Thank you.
Freddie, this is Commissioner Brown. To Commissioner Edry's point, is there a way on the website or how do we see who the City of Vernon email blast contact is for our organization?
So I can check the list that we have. It's a city list that we have, and especially in my department, any business that we have on the permit that we have an email on record, we do send it through that email blast. So for me, on our end, we send it through that avenue. And then when we do send the city, I think it gets posted on our city website. How you get notified, I don't know if we have your email, Commissioner Brown, but let me check and get back to you.
Right,
Freddie?
because I suspect, for example, at least for my company, I believe the old City of Vernon contact retired. And so we need to update or understand who the communication is going to so that we can keep it correctly updated.
Commissioner Brown, if you could send me who you'd like the contact to be, I will make sure that all the appropriate places have that updated information. I also want to point out on the top of our website, on the very top bar, there's a button that says notify me. We're just starting to use that. So you could go into that and sign up for the different categories that you're interested in. And whenever anything gets posted on the website related to that, you'll get an email notification. So if we post a news item about the e-waste event and you're signed up for environmental, I'm not sure the categories offhand, but you would get a notification about that through your email.
Excellent. Thank you, Lisa.
Sure. Freddie, anything else?
That would be my end of my report. Thank you. And I thank you. I appreciate the feedback.
Any commissioner comments? If not, Chair, I think we are ready to adjourn.
Without any further business, I adjourn this meeting at 4:04 p.m.
Thank you.